Welcome to Geekbeef. I'm Steve Beef.
And I'm Andy Beef. And welcome to Geekbeef.
Episode 5, back at you with some really awesome news. This was a great week in comic book movie news.
It was.
Are we just, that's pretty much been our focus. It's just been comic book movies. We do have one movie that's not comic book related today.
Yeah, we've got lots of new stuff to talk about. All new things from this last week.
Really awesome stuff.
Big things.
Really
exciting.
A lot of things to be excited about.
Things.
He looks angry about it almost. But we do, let's just, you want to jump right into it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, so biggest thing I'm probably the most excited about, and we're both wearing Batman gear, mine being a very boring shirt, yours actually being kind of fun, is the Joker test footage.
Right.
That came out this week. Pictures, test footage, just a little bit of a shot of Joker walking off of a subway train.
Well, last week we talked about Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. And they showed some pictures of Arthur. And then soon after that, they showed some pictures of him dressed up as like a stage.
Yeah.
Like big shoes, makeup, the hair.
Yeah.
Everything. And then now they give us like 2 seconds of footage of him walking off of the subway dressed in this very Joker-centric suit.
A fantastic Joker suit.
Orange vest, green tie, purplish pinkish suit.
Yeah.
And the Ledger hair, okay?
The Ledger hair, more of the it looks like they're going for more of the approach, and from everything that I've read so far, they're going for more of the approach of it's not a perma-white situation like Nicholson or like Leto. It's more of this is like paint. Like he's painting this face on, so we're getting more of the Ledger Joker now, wherever he's going to lie in that. He does look a lot like Heath Ledger's Joker. I mean, not the makeup exactly.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're trying to connect it to that, or if they just know it worked.
Okay, so there was my initial fear. Like, the first thing that I thought was, please don't let this be the origin story of Ledger's Joker. Phoenix.
I don't know how I got these scars.
Yeah, please don't explain how the scars came. If that's how the movie ends, is him getting a Chelsea grin, I'll be forever disappointed.
Yeah, but if they do it well, I mean, come on, man.
No,
come on.
Don't touch the Nolan trilogy. Don't connect because this is my honest fear in this, and I know nothing, but my honest fear in all of this is that they're like, what was really popular for us? This is DC speaking. What was really popular for us? Oh, the Nolan movies were really good. Let's get people back into that. And then,
you sound just like them.
I did. That's what the executives at the DC EU sound like. So they're thinking like, oh, let's do this, and let's do an origin story, because everybody loves an origin story for a character that doesn't need an origin. Now, and we talked about this last week, so we're not going to rehash too much of the origin premise too much, but Joker doesn't need an origin. He doesn't need it. Like
they've always kept it kind of a backstory secret on him. They've done a couple small things, like we said with the Killing Joke. Mm-hmm. They did like this comedy background, which I'm okay with.
I think they're getting into in this movie.
Yeah, and this recent footage and photos look fantastic. Like,
yes.
I mean, it just shows him walking off a subway. There's so much to be had from that image. Because he's not just walking away from the subway. He's laughing. He's got this crazy smile on his face.
Yeah.
It's the Joker, you know? And there's all kinds of chaos going on behind him. Mm-hmm. I don't know what was up with his Jack Sparrow walk thing he was doing. But it was kind of like a lanky...
Yeah, it was like a cocky
Jack
walk.
Skellington, or like what the Joker uses in the Batman video game.
Yes, in the Arkham
games.
Yeah, that was my initial thought. Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor.
In this chat, walking Phoenix, because the way he's walking.
That's the thing.
Get
that's
it?
The thing. Yeah. So, but my I don't want to get too excited, because I mean, we're talking about. I think we have a grand total of 8 seconds of footage right now between the test footage where it just shows Arthur standing there like laughing with kind of the background going back and forth of the clown makeup. Then all of a sudden he has the clown makeup on. It all looks really good. But no, we don't know what the tone of this movie's going to be. My guess is DC's also going to probably go for an R rating, because that's the draw. It's probably gonna be a pretty violent Joker movie. If you're gonna do a Joker movie by itself, I would just suspect
I don't
it's
know.
gonna be violent.
I don't know. I'd rather see them do it as a PG-13 movie.
Keep it. Hope.
Keep it as a. Yeah, I don't see them doing it as an. I wouldn't even.
I really hope you're right. I really hope you're right because that was always my hope with the Wolverine movies.
Yeah. The Joker honestly
Logan
doesn't need the R rating. It was the same thing with Wolverine. Logan didn't need an R rating.
It really did.
Easily. It's like they purposely added all this extra content to make it R. That was really unneeded.
All you had to do is get rid of all the F-bombs.
And recently with Venom, they announced it's PG-13, and
I was happy about
which
that.
I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Again, these movies don't need to be R rating to be good.
They don't need to be hyper-violent.
Just because you need to add the language and the hyper-violence to it, it's just, what's the point?
A constant bad language adds nothing to the premise. And then on top of that, you don't get anything extra out of the hyper-violence. Like, your imagination can do plenty enough to fill in the blanks.
Yeah. And these companies, Marvel and DC, have tried things. Like recently with Batman, they did something that they tried, and then a day later, they edited it out on all their digital comic fronts because
they got so much pushback.
They shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And so I can see them keeping it. I mean, you still make a PG-13 movie pretty dark and...
Yeah, I mean, that's just the day and age that we live in.
And this is the Joker. He's a funny guy, right? This should be a funny...
My hope is that it's a more serious tone. I hope it's a more realistic approach. Leto's Joker was so bad. We only have everywhere to go up. Like that's all we're gonna get out of this. Is
well, it's funny with the Leto
better.
Joker. So many people talk about like the deep fans. They filmed like 4 hours of Leto's Joker for the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
but they used a grand total of 20 minutes, if even that,
of
he's
actual
barely
footage.
In the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so there's all this lore and backstory to why he has the tattoos, the damage on his forehead, which to me was just ridiculous and stupid. I didn't want to see that.
Even the director.
But some people are like, we put those there and there's these lore behind it and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, but nobody wants that. Or the majority of people don't want it,
Yeah, it was funny because this week you said about the damage tattoo.
Yeah.
You saw the director came out and said, maybe we went too far with the damage tattoo.
A little bit.
You think? Yeah, you did.
Like, that's all I can see when he's on the screen is the stupid tattoo on his forehead.
Yeah, he doesn't need tattoos all over him. He doesn't need... That doesn't make him any more intimidating. If anything, it makes him less intimidating.
Yeah.
There's, nothing about him. Like, it's the look that they just gave Joaquin Phoenix that terrifies me. Because
clowns are horrifying already.
Don't know what to expect.
That's what I thought was really cool about this is they just made him a clown.
Yeah,
like he just looks like a clown.
The clown prince of crime.
Yeah, and it's horrifying.
And it is.
Most of us are scared of clowns. Clowns are pretty freaky things. You don't know what's behind that mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Just crazy people pulling things out of thin air.
I think in all of this, we have a lot to look forward to in the future of it. Yeah. I mean. We barely have anything. We don't really have anything at all at this point. But
what we've seen so far in this last week,
been
pretty exciting.
I would say so.
It's gotten me pumped.
So
I know you're pumped.
I'm excited. I don't want to say anything beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point none of us have huge expectations for these movies, but we go into it hoping that maybe it'll surprise us. That's how I've been going to most of these movies lately. Is no expectations, but a bit of hope.
Yeah. What do you think? In the comments below, let us know. Are you excited about this new Joker movie? Do you care at all that there's a new Joker movie coming out? What do you think about Joaquin Phoenix's look? Comments below. And we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Our next topic is the new Spider-Man suit, which really there's nothing on this.
It's the symbiote suit, Steve. It was black.
It's no,
black.
No, it's
the symbiote suit. It doesn't have the logo on it, just like in the Venom movie.
No,
so it's got to be the symbiote
it's clearly the big time stealth suit Spider-Man suit.
But where was the green, Steve?
He didn't turn it on. He doesn't need the green on just yet.
Speculation time.
It's all speculation.
Begin.
The picture's right here.
Wait.
Right there. All right. The picture doesn't give us really anything. It's really nothing. It's a picture of. Are you looking at the picture currently?
Yeah, it's like he's got like this. I don't know. You just
it's a black. It's all black with white eyes. Like there's nothing to really take away from that. I guess our whole point with this is why do we put so much energy and effort into trying to figure out something that we really don't have anything on? It's a great. The picture looks like it was taken with a flip phone.
Yeah.
Like whose phone was that?
Fake.
I wonder if it is one of those things to throw things off. What we've gathered in the past is Tom Holland usually gives away all the spoilers anyway.
Right. Didn't he give this one away? Wasn't this his thing?
I don't think this was a Tom Holland special. Oh. No. We have not seen any suits at all. So there's a couple things that this could be.
Well, I was thinking that this could be the Iron Spider suit. It's all digital little molecules or whatever the heck it is. Again,
it's all CGI.
Yeah. So it could have just edited. He could have activated stealth suit mode, and there you go.
Yeah. Is it a stand-in for the Iron Spider suit? My guess is the Iron Spider suit is not going to see its way out of the Infinity War movies. That's my guess. I base that on very little.
Have they said when the timeline for Far From Home is? Is it before Infinity War?
It's post Infinity War.
So after.
This is after. After Avengers 4. So after all the events of Avengers 4, after whatever the fallout ends up being.
Didn't he die in Avengers 4?
He died in Avengers 3.
Oh, man.
He's coming back. Yeah.
How? I mean...
do you really want to turn this into the speculation as to how everybody's coming back? The Soul Stone is going to be... I don't know. Exercise?
Implanted in Spider-Man's forehead, where he will become the new Vision.
He is. That's actually what the new suit is.
You heard it here first.
You did. Spoiler alert.
My big question, Steve Beef.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been wondering this forever. Like, the new Spider-Man game, all these costumes, toys.
Yeah.
Okay, why does Spider-Man's suit, the shoes, need soles? Like... all these costumes, the soles of his feet have like these thick soles on them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
like shoes.
Yeah. Why is Spider-Man shouldn't be able to stick his feet to things if he's wearing these thick shoes? Like, how does his like spider tentacle things attach to walls and stuff if he's wearing these thick soles on his shoes? You know, like I understand a thin costume, and typically you just think, oh, he's wearing a thin costume, and he's buck naked under a thing.
Yeah.
But with this, he's like got soles on his shoes. How does he stick to walls? Let's hear what you guys think. I'm curious because I don't know how Sam Haley does it.
Very clear answer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, Steve Beef. Explain to me.
It's,
the director's choice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But did we see him stick to anything in Homecoming or Civil War? Do we see him stick to anything where he's not grabbing on with his hands as well?
Yeah, he was like standing on the side of the building, putting on his mask and talking on the phone at one point. Like it went from a stand-up view to like an angled view. I think it was in Homecoming.
In the Stark suit.
Yeah.
So
like he's standing, it shows him standing straight up, and then the camera pans sideways, and he's still standing on the wall. But the Stark suit has soles on it, right?
Yeah, the Stark suit...
You can't just say... I mean, if you can already stick to walls, why would you make him stick to walls again with...
Because it's like, oh man, I didn't leave room. I didn't leave room for his feet things.
Yeah.
That's it.
His footy stickers.
His foot stickers.
Footy stickers.
That's what they're called. That's what actually.
He's got finger stickers, footy stickers. Can he stick to things with the rest of his body?
Yeah.
Like, can he use his elbows to stick to things?
No.
Just his back?
Fingers and feet. That's it. And his forehead.
His forehead.
It's weird. It's a weird thing about Spider-Man. Not a lot of people know. It's just his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Like
yeah, I do agree with you. I never understood that. It's just one of those things where you look at it, it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I've been playing the Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
And every screen, the loading screens, they show him in the costume, and he's always got these thick soles on his feet. And I'm like, those soles look so cool, but I don't know how he sticks to walls with those things.
I mean, the question is raised even with the. I'm currently using the Mark IV armor Spider-Man armor, which is one of my favorites.
So you're saying that the Mark IV armor is cheating anyways because it just has its own built-in stickies, foot stickers.
But no, because it's not like the Iron Spider suit. This is the Mark IV from the comics.
Yeah.
With the greenish spider, greenish eyes, but it's like the traditional color, the red and blue.
Right, and something like that.
I love that
thick
suit.
robotic stuff, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So even the gloves.
It's basically a Tony Stark suit, anyway.
This conversation has gone on far too long.
Yeah. Point being...
Sorry.
Well, I mean, there really isn't that much to talk about with that picture because the picture's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing there. Yeah. And everybody's like, we just watched
It's dark outside and there's like an electric pole or something.
Yeah, and we just watched a video from Nerdist where they went on for 10 minutes about who could be the symbiote suit.
Well, we're about 11 minutes into this conversation, so go us.
Actually, yeah, something like that. But, point being... Don't read into too much speculation. Just enjoy the movie when it comes out. Who cares what suit he's wearing? We're getting more Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man. We should talk about him.
I love Spider-Man. Let's talk about it. We should hang out more often.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
What's next on our list?
Next on the docket. Oh, this is a big one.
It is a big one.
This is...
Yeah, it's huge.
Don't say, yeah, it's huge, and like have me laughing. Like, start over.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's
big news, man.
It's big. Hey, it's big news. Bob Iger, who is the president and CEO.
It's pronounced Iger.
It's Iger. Bob Iger, the president and CEO of the Disney Corporation. So Disney, who runs the world. At this point, all things movies, all things television, everything runs through Disney.
It is known.
We got 2 Disney fans here. We love it. Who cares? This is great. Bob Iger came out and said this week that the MCU will be incorporating the X-Men. And that Kevin Feige, who's been...
It's pronounced Phage.
I'm pretty sure it's Feige. Comments below. Phonetically, Feige? Yeesh.
That's how to pronounce Phage. Or Feige. Anyways.
Bob Iger made the comment that Kevin Feige is going to be overseeing the incorporation, finally, of our X-Men, our beloved X-Men, into the MCU soon. Well, the deal with Fox is not done, but as we've read in many articles, inevitable. It's going to happen now. There's nothing standing in their way. It's just...
Everyone's on board for it.
Dotting I's, crossing T's. It's over. Everybody's on board. Yes. So what we're going to get now is the X-Men in the Marvel Universe. Now, according to Kevin Feige, when this happens, it's not going to be soon. Because we're still getting Dark Phoenix. Poster just came out for Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. But they're calling it the final X-Men film.
Good.
They're calling it the finale. So is this the ending of the Fox X-Men?
That's what I'm
hoping.
hoping.
To make way for the beginning of Marvel.
Yeah, hopefully it's just... and
Marvel's X-Men.
Yeah, and that's I think what we all want. Like, we don't want any kind of incorporation of the Fox X-Men brand into the MCU.
The MCU.
Yeah. What I would like to... Okay, if we're going to talk about what I would like to see, and you could maybe talk about a little bit what you'd like to see of the MCU incorporating the X-Men, I would like a young X-Men team. And beat the 5 originals. Like, just have the 5 original X-Men. So that's Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey, or what was it, Marvel Girl, or...
Just go with Jean Grey.
We'll just say Jean Grey, Iceman, and Angel. I would love to see that team with Professor X. I don't want a massive team. I don't want Wolverine right away. Like, save Wolverine. Wolverine could be down the line. We've had plenty.
He'll show up. He has to be in whatever they do.
I don't think so.
They will, because he's Wolverine.
I think if Marvel's going to do this right, they're going to start small with the X-Men. That was the one thing that Fox did. It was nice back in the early 2000s because it's like, look at this big team of all the X-Men that I've always wanted to see. It was good in its own right. X-Men, the first one, is not a bad movie. It's a good movie. X2 is a great movie for the time that it came out. I mean, comparing it now to the superhero movies that we have now, it's obviously it's aged and maybe not that well, but it's still a good movie to sit down and watch.
Yeah, I can see them doing that. It's just right now I think there's a lot of competition with the TV shows. There's so many TV shows that Fox is doing, or whoever's doing. With the X-Men, there's Gifted, there's the somethings. There's several
New Mutants?
Yeah, there's several mutant-based TV shows.
No, isn't there one called The New Mutants?
I think so.
Or is that the movie?
I don't know.
There's another movie coming out too, that's part of the X-Men universe, but it's like a horror movie.
Yeah, something weird.
I forget what that one's called. I don't even understand what the idea. I think that was just Fox like, oh, we gotta get another X-Men movie in here, and like it doesn't. I don't know what that one is, but obviously, yeah, with Dark Phoenix. Hopefully that's it for the Fox brand.
Yeah.
X-Men movies would be the grand finale.
What I'd like to see is if they do the Young X-Men, to bring in Patrick Stewart to play Professor X again.
But
Patrick Stewart, money.
But then but the problem with that is they're not divorcing themselves from the Fox brand.
Yeah.
You still have
Patrick Stewart is basically Professor X.
No, I wouldn't want. I love Patrick Stewart as Professor X. I don't want to see him again. It's over. It's over.
But we love Patrick Stewart.
But he's ancient at this point. He's gonna be like 85 years old. Like it wouldn't make sense with the young X-Men.
Fine.
But I don't want to see.
Who would you like to see play
Not
Professor
James
X?
McAvoy. I'll tell you that right now. I don't want to see James I don't want
Who else makes a good bald guy? Oh, the dude from that played Lex Luthor on Smallville.
I knew you were gonna say that.
He should come and
not,
play. He's bald, so he could play.
But you gotta be able to act.
Yeah. I want them to start with like existing Xavier, like having the school. Like I'd like the school to be there already. I don't want to see the whole startup of the school thing again.
No.
I want to see the existing.
It's an existing. Yeah.
And maybe start with Cyclops and Jean Grey, and then bring in the rest of
things,
the
man.
movie. You know?
They're working on things. They're getting things fixed. But I would just 5 X-Men. I would be happy with just 5 X-Men.
Would you like to have Magneto in that as a starter villain?
Gosh, that's such a hard question because we've had so much Magneto.
I'd like to see them start out with like a similar friendship type of thing, but do it in a existing manner, not how they meet, but how they have an existing partnership, how it falls apart type of thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's been done twice now. I wouldn't mind seeing... I love... the character of Magneto is great. He's such a great villain. He's such a compelling villain.
He's what holds the X-Men together.
But there's...
Because they all have a common
There's so
enemy.
many X-Men villains that we haven't seen brought to the big screen that could be done well.
We need more Blob.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
But like, what about Omega Red? We haven't seen Omega Red yet.
Yeah, but he's more of a Wolverine type enemy. Like they're not gonna do Omega Red if they don't have Wolverine in it.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know how they do. They just incorporate things. They retcon everything, and everything's made new. Like I don't know.
Whatever it is, Marvel will probably do it right.
Do it really well. It's gonna end up being Magneto. If you're gonna do the original storyline with the original 5 X-Men,
yeah, but he won't be bad in the first one.
Which we're speculating.
Like he'll be kind of like questionable. I guess they did that in the young X-Men films.
Please no Mystique. Done with Mystique. I don't want any more Mystique.
Really?
No. Jennifer Lawrence?
Not Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm just saying, why do we don't need Mystique right now?
Yeah, well.
But I would like to see Nightcrawler done right. I would like to see...
Well, you can't have Nightcrawler without Mystique existing first, so...
Yeah, but we don't need to see her. We don't need to see her. Oh, boy. But I'd like to see Nightcrawler. I would like to see Gambit done well. That Channing Tatum movie's not actually ever going to get made. Let's face facts. That's fine.
That was a real thing, guys.
That was going to be a thing.
Google it, and sorry.
No, there's still talk that might start filming.
The dude that played Gambit in...
Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, in the Wolverine... Whatever one... Origins. Yeah. This was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked...
You know who he's
I liked
from?
that.
Callback from last week. Friday Night Lights.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about that, guys?
Another fine actor from Friday Night Lights. Yeah. There you go. Anyway. But yeah, X-Men... I can't wait for more X-Men to come, and I really hope it's done. Well, we already know it's going to be done well. We've got to sound like the biggest MCU
it's funny
fanboys in
like,
the world.
It's like they haven't done bad movies, the MCU. Like, the existing MCU hasn't made a bad movie, really.
No, we've established that, I think, well. No, I'm looking forward to more MCU and X-Men for sure.
What's your thoughts on it? Let us know.
What X-Men would you like to see? Yeah, what X-Men would you like to see in an upcoming X-Men movie?
Villains.
Villains?
Or story ideas, because we know nothing so far. So
we know nothing.
Have some speculation of what it could be.
But what team would you like to see? Would you like to see the original 5 and get that kind of feel for the X-Men before they incorporate more? Do you want more of like the early 90s X-Men that's very popular, that would have Wolverine and have Rogue and Gambit and
more Emma Frost?
Not more Emma Frost.
And the Hellfire Club.
Man, X-Men was done so poorly. Dear Fox, like, you really look back at those movies and they're just not that good. They're really like, except
they're not
for
horrible.
The first 2 are good.
But yeah.
What's it called? First Flight.
First Class.
First Flight doesn't even make sense. It was good. Days of Future Past was okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, next up on the docket, we've got the Bumblebee trailer.
Bumblebee tuna.
Bumblebee tuna.
Bumblebee tuna.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Did you think you were going to get an Ace Ventura When Nature Calls joke today?
Ah!
There you go.
I love that. You're welcome again.
There's your callback. Oh, gosh.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, okay, go ahead. Wait.
I think, my dear, we have a guest. What?
Okay. No, I'm good. Yeah, the Bumblebee trailer. If you've watched it, it's like, I haven't seen a Transformers movie since Transformers 3. I watched the first 3, and I love the first one. Beefy Beef and I went to see it 10 times in the theater. The
original?
Yeah. We loved the original Transformers movie. It's our most watched theater movie. We just went to see it constantly. We love that movie.
You and your wife went to see it 10 times together?
Yeah, no joke.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I could barely get Sarah Beef to see one movie with me once.
Really? Well, there you go.
She'll watch movies with me, but not 10 times.
Yeah, we came out of it, we were like, that was so good.
Really?
Yeah, we loved it. Then the second one came out, went to see it, and we were like, that was...
Rubbish,
yeah. We didn't enjoy it.
What was the second one called? Dark of the Moon?
No, I think that was like the
Nature
fourth
Calls?
or fifth one. Yeah, Nature Calls.
Nature Calls.
And then the third one came out, we watched it, and we were like, okay, we're done.
That's Dark of the Moon.
Yeah. We just didn't watch any more after that. They weren't interesting anymore.
What was the Extinction one?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them since the 3, so I don't remember the 2.
We could probably start throwing titles out there that are just completely random, and it might land.
It was Transformers 2, Empire Strikes Back. Transformers 3 was Extinction. Transformers 4 was Dark of the Moon. Transformers 5 was The Dark Knight Rises. Transformers 6 was When Nature Calls. So that's the one that was 6.
That was 2.
And now they have the Bumblebee movie. If you watch this trailer, my first reaction from it is it's like Big Hero 6. It reminded me of Big Hero 6.
Yes, yeah.
And it reminded me of The Iron Giant.
Yeah.
So they're bringing back that connection from like the first one where Shia LaBeouf has his connection with Optimus Prime. Or Bumblebee.
Bumblebee was his connection.
Bumblebee tuna. Sorry, we didn't even make that joke again.
No, we didn't mean to.
Yeah,
sorry,
so
don't leave yet.
Connection with Bumblebee, and it was really good. This time they've got a girl playing the main character.
Yeah,
and it just looks really... It looks like a fun kids movie, honestly. From what I saw, it looked like a very interactive, entertaining kids movie, which I love. I'd love to see... Yeah.
What I'm excited about with this one, and I'm just excited that we live in a day and age where the 80s is cool again. I love the 80s. I loved growing up in at least half of my year, or half of the 80s I got to grow up in, the 85 to 89. Those were formative years, and they were great years. And I love seeing just the nostalgia factor that's brought back when they incorporate certain elements. So seeing Optimus Prime like in his like old school like form, and seeing Bumblebee as the VW, it's so cool. Like
Bumblebeetle.
I only saw the first Transformers movie of the new Michael Bay style once in theaters. I thought it was great. But I only watched that one time. That was the only time I actually saw it. But it was a good movie. I don't know why I never went back and saw it again. I'm not a Shia LaBeouf fan.
Transformers!
Robots in disguise. What is in the skies? Were you looking at the skies or in disguise? That wasn't a joke.
Man. They'll get it.
Anyway. But yeah, no, I felt kind of the same way about it. I was really excited about I
honestly didn't expect us to be talking about Transformers.
No, I didn't. And that's why I said, like, we finally have a movie that's not comic book based completely. Yeah. I mean, they do have comics, but yeah, I haven't been excited. I've never been excited about a Transformers movie.
I have friends that love all of these movies. Like, all 5 or 6 of them, whatever there is. They love all of them. They'll go see all of them, and they'll keep seeing them. Same people like the Sharknado movies. So, taste.
You're putting those people in the same camp?
Oh, it's the same people that like these, so...
I don't know if that's the glowing...
That's my friend group.
That's the glowing recommendation that you have for this, is that, hey, my friends that like Sharknado.
Well, I don't watch them.
They think this looks good.
I think it's cool because they've created so much lore and so much story to these first 6 movies. Yeah. And it's gone a little overboard that they're coming back to the beginning before any of that happened. Yeah. So we can get a more simple story to it.
Great.
Which is really cool.
I think it's going to be fun. That's going to be one of those fun popcorn flicks. Is it next summer?
I love popcorn.
Is that next summer? When is it coming out?
Yeah, next summer.
Oh, really? It's that far away and they already put out a full trailer?
I think it was like... Oh, shoot. I don't remember.
It's all right.
Was it earlier than that?
Let me Google.
Give us a moment, please.
December 21st.
That's this year.
That's this year.
OMG!
Bumblebee is coming out. We didn't even know it was coming out this year.
That's like Star Wars release date.
It is. Do you think?
I bet they're connected.
They are?
I bet Bumblebee is Admiral Akbar reincarnated here not so far away in a galaxy.
It's a bigger answer. This is the answer we've been waiting for.
Is the Sarlacc pit?
No.
Bumblebee is Ray's mom. We got it.
It's over.
We got it.
Bumblebee.
You heard it here first.
He said that her parents were garbage. He's a garbage VW. We have the parents. Bumblebee is both mother and father of Ray.
What?
Sorry, kids. That's why a Star Wars movie's not coming out this year, because there is a Star Wars movie coming out this year, and it's called Bumblebee.
Wait, there's no Star Wars movies coming out this year?
No, man. We already got our Star Wars movie. It's called Solo, the movie that nobody remembers.
The Solo Star Wars movie to come out this year.
Solo, you didn't. Wow, we're full of really bad jokes tonight.
This is great.
This is really bad. This is really bad. This is going to be the worst.
Where were we?
I don't remember.
Bumblebee. Bumblebee's Ray's mom.
Bumblebee.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
What's next? Oh, man.
The topic we've been holding on to for 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Weeks. What?
Weeks. We've been...
Weeks. Weeks are Venom?
It's a week to Venom. We have a week until Venom comes out. From this day. Tomorrow.
From this day tomorrow.
Venom 1 week. Out. Yeah. Venom.
Let's talk about it.
We haven't talked about Venom yet.
So let's talk about that.
We can't use that.
I'm not using anything. It's just a common sentence.
Is it a common phrase?
It's a common phrase, right?
It's common phraseology.
Let's talk about it. Wait. He's in.
Beefy wants to talk about it.
Guy Beef is in, guys. Ooh. It's about to go down.
Venom.
Hold on to your lug nuts.
Comes out 1 week from...
We've already said that.
Tomorrow. That's fine. I can say it again.
All right, so
it's
Venom.
Our show. I can say whatever I want. How many ever times I want. However many evers.
You make a good point, Steve Beef.
That's an excellent sentence.
This is your show.
My show.
Yeah. So Venom comes out next week. It's like, who knows what's gonna happen here? We've got some things happening. It all started when they released the first trailer, and the woman was like, "The symbiote
when Jenny
and then he
Slate,
waited and everyone's like, what? And then she was like, the symbiote. She said it twice.
She said it twice in the first trailer.
She said symbiote twice in the first trailer. And everyone
which is everybody's favorite cereal.
Yeah. Once she said that,
Symbiote.
like nobody was interested in the rest of the trailer. Like you said it wrong.
It was over.
We can't even.
Yeah.
We don't even.
But didn't they go and then retcon it in the?
Yeah, Marvel came in. They released a comic book, the new Venom comic book, like a week later, and they had J. Jonah Jameson on the phone with another editor, and the other editor's like, "How do you spell it?" And he's like pronouncing it to him, symbiote. Like they had the pronunciation on the page of the comic book.
Over.
I think they were making a point to, the Sony people to say, okay, you got to fix it.
Yeah.
And then the next trailer, they did.
They did, and we never heard of that.
She never said it.
She didn't say it. We're probably gonna have to hear.
I hope it's like dubbed in poorly. Like when she moves her mouth, she'll be saying symbiote, but it'll come out as symbiote. Like you'll be able to.
Probably won't have to dub it all that much. Probably look pretty close to the original.
I hope it's noticeable.
Yeah, it's. This is one of those things where you get like. This is one of those things that is that going to be make or break the movie? No. That's.
Oh, that would totally throw it off for me.
I think what we have is we have a really good cast.
We have a good cast.
Yeah.
They picked the good storyline for what they're doing.
Lethal
if
Protector.
they're going to do anything, they got to do Lethal Protector because that's the one Venom comic series that lives by itself without Spider-Man.
Yep.
It exists because of Spider-Man, because it's Venom.
That's the problem. We don't need to talk about it.
If anything, this is the one storyline that they can pull out and start a new thing. So
yeah.
We'll see what they do. I mean, they're bringing in a lot of another symbiote Riot, which is probably one of the lesser known of the symbiotes.
Yeah, well...
you got Carnage, Scream.
We're going to see Carnage. We're going to see Scream. They're both going to be in there.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope they're like little baby ones.
No, there's going to be multiple. There's going to be multiple in it, just based on what we've seen already from the trailers and from production photos, all that kind of stuff. We have not got...
Was Jim Carrey Carnage? Is that what it was?
Woody Harrelson.
Oh, yeah, Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson is speculated to be Carnage.
They should have picked Jim Carrey. He would make a great Carnage.
Make a great Cletus Cassidy. Yes, he has that look. He probably has the chops to do it. But so does Woody Harrelson.
Like, we haven't heard of anything about Woody Harrelson in this movie since a long time ago.
That's what makes me think. He's probably 2 minutes in this movie at the very end. And it's like the symbiote.
He'll be like, sup, guys?
Symbiote gets a hold of him, and it's over.
Yeah.
I'm excited about a few things. Obviously, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock looks really good.
Yeah, and the recent clips they've shown have been really cool. Like,
yes.
He's like the reporter. He's like a New York reporter talking, doing his thing,
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
But he's from New York.
Yeah.
Originally. I think that's the kind of the storyline that they're going with. Yeah, no, I think everything about it looks great. In that regard.
The Venom symbiote looks awesome.
It does. I think the suit looks great. Or the symbiote. Yeah. It's not really a...
I love the interactions. It reminds me of an old book. It was the Venom Factor. And constantly throughout the Venom Factor, you see Venom and Eddie Brock having conversations with each other throughout the book. And, we see that so much.
Eddie.
Yeah. I
love that.
It's cool. I like the voice that they're using for him. I like the little bit of hint of comedy they've thrown in some of the trailers.
You have
violent comedy, but still comical because that's Venom.
It's dark comedy.
Yeah,
is what we're going to end up getting because that's all you can do with Venom. Venom is not he's not a friendly character. He's not he's the antithesis of Spider-Man.
That's a cool word. This is what it means.
Yes. So he's going to act almost the exact opposite of Spider-Man. Yeah. He's going to be he's violent. He's serious. There's not a whole lot of.
But he wants to be a hero, But that's the thing is like Eddie Brock wants to be a hero, and then the symbiote just wants to eat people's brains.
Maybe he's thinking, a hero can save us. I'm not gonna just stand here.
Say the hero save us.
Aren't you glad we are so far
away
from...
Nickelback?
Oh man, aren't you glad that that's not what we get anymore? Now we just get crappy Eminem songs for our Venom movie. It's not Nickelback.
Is that what they do? It's Eminem?
Eminem has like the title track on it.
Interesting.
Awful. I heard a clip of it. They didn't need to do that.
Oh, cool.
Why? It's not 2003 anymore, kids. Like, we don't need Evanescence.
I don't know. I love chocolate. I mean, I've been eating M&Ms for years, and
You think that's what that is? You think it's Eminem singing that song?
yeah, like they do the commercials at the theater when you go in.
That's
And
what
they're like, silence your cell phones. Gosh, why don't you silence your cell phone?
I said M&M's, and you went to chocolate candies, anthropomorphic chocolate candies.
Leave in the comments below if you love candy, specifically M&Ms.
What happened? We derailed completely.
Now, with Venom, they've shown a lot of
That's it?
the suit and some other thing. There was one thing specifically that Tom Hardy
Yeah.
has worked really hard for this part.
He's
He's done a lot of studying. He's done a lot of studying on the character, thinking of how Venom would act.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they showed some production stuff of him, like, thinking of, like, how is this going to work? And they've let him do a lot of his own stuff, too. They're like,
I mean, he's the voice of Venom. I mean, he is handling both characters.
I'm just disappointed I can understand him when he's talking so well. He's like, we are Venom, you know? And then in Batman, he was like, oh, Bane,
that was a smart choice. That was a smart choice for the character of Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. That's not
that. You know, the symbiote's probably several thousand years old, and it just makes sense if he sounded a little older.
No, I think it sounds great. He's got to sound like something you can understand, or you're not going to do
What's the line for the Venom? They keep on showing it like, we
don't need
no education.
Yeah, that was it. No, it's something about it's not another superhero movie. No, wait, that's an actual crappy movie from like 10 years ago.
It's
not another superhero movie.
No, it's something something Venom says. Yeah, he says we can do whatever we want. That's like their punchline.
That's
the
movie. That's the
tagline. Yeah.
We can do whatever we
want.
Yeah,
if you see any of the internet commercials, they're all the same thing. We can do whatever we want.
Isn't that just a line from the movie? That's not
it is, but that's like the tagline.
The tagline? I thought the tagline was something about superhero. Not another superhero. Age of superheroes is over. Maybe he's finally found his place after the snap.
Yeah.
He's like, well, nobody else to do this. It's gotta be me.
Yeah, Venom. So
me.
Venom comes out next week. We'll probably talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll probably do a review after the movie.
Yeah, we'll talk about assumption. It. It's going to be full of all the spoilers.
Provided Steve Beef's baby doesn't come in the
Stevie's pregnant. Oh, it's happening.
It's a miracle.
Beware.
No. Sarah Beef is pregnant. We're expecting our third child.
That's big news.
It is huge news. And her name's going to be Gwen Stacy. Don't leave it.
Yeah,
I'll leave my last name. Beep that out.
Okay. No, none of that.
No, none of that. You could Gwen Stacy.
Her name's going to be Gwen Stacy Poole.
Gwen Stacy.
And then your last name.
Gwen Stacy Beef.
Gwen Stacy Beef.
Gwen Stacy Beef.
Oh, that's such a cute name.
It is. Sarah loved the name.
Sarah Beef
loved it. And it's on tape now, so she has to go with it.
Yeah, if it's doesn't happen, then you guys are gonna be really disappointed.
This got really personal. This kind of got away from our typical.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks, man. For what part? I made another child. Got a third one.
Babies.
Yes.
Well,
both proud fathers.
Yeah.
So Venom, we're both very excited about it, but I don't know as much excited as we are optimistic.
Oh
boy. You should be. Daisy Beef.
This is Daisy Beef. As always, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever that is.
We don't know.
Yeah,
we're both over. We're both over the age of 30.
Subscribe, leave some comments. You know the whole thing.
We love you. We thank you for allowing us to do something that we love doing. Keep watching. Keep getting people to subscribe, and we'll keep giving you content that's suitable for all ages.
That's right. Suitable for children of 1 to 1,000.
That's right. Well, I'm Steve Beef.
And I'm Andy Beef. And this is Geekbeef.
Now it's my turn. eyeball out.
What if who eats?
Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. It's not good.